Welcome to the Mount Pleasant Podcast, featuring discussions and interviews about the people, places, and events that make Mount Pleasant such a special place.
This is the Mount Pleasant Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Cleary, and all thanks to the great people of Mount Pleasant Magazine, I get the honor, the privilege of introducing you to Mount Pleasant, the people who make it such a special place to do business, to work, and even to live. We're introducing you to Mount Pleasant's best on the Mount Pleasant Podcast. There's an amazing low country organization that's committed to meeting the needs of local children, those with defects, those that have some childhood diseases, and they've been doing this great work since 1987. It's Carolina Children's Charity. And our guest today on the Mount Pleasant Podcast with me, Brian Cleary, is Sonya Beale, who's the executive director of that organization. Sonya, when people ask you to describe Carolina Children's Charity, what do you tell them?
A local nonprofit helping local children with birth defects and childhood diseases.
And how is it that a local family can receive assistance in the services of the Carolina Children's Charity?
So if a child resides in Berkeley, Charleston, Colleton, or Dorchester County, and they have a diagnosed birth defect or childhood disease, and they're under the age of 19, so 18 and under, they can apply to the charity if they need assistance with medications, equipment, therapy, maybe something that their insurance doesn't cover or something that is partially covered by insurance. So they just reach out. We are an agency that talks and advises family on what we maybe could assist them with, what we might match them best with. There are so many needs of children with special needs. So we just try to figure out if there is something that maybe they can't afford or maybe their child would benefit the most from, then we try to help them maximize the benefit of our funding and our help.
Kind of hard to believe you're going to be coming up on your 40th anniversary soon. Can you give people the kind of information that they understand the impact that Carolina Children's Charity does? How many children might you be helping at this time? And is there any way you could figure out how many families you've helped over the years?
We know we've served more than 4,300 children since we started in 1987 to the tune of $4.8 million. We are going to have another birthday soon. You know, in a year's time, we might serve anywhere from 75 to 100 children. It just depends. Every grant is reviewed on an individual basis, and all children's needs are different. Some of them are bigger than others. So it just depends on what comes in and what we're able to do as far as assisting the low country children that we were here to serve.
So if a family's watching our podcast today, they're listening and they're thinking, I might need some of this assistance, what's the first step that they need to take to reach out to you?
I always tell people to call me. They can visit our website. My contact information, my email is on there. They can feel free to call me on my cell phone, and we'll discuss their child's needs, and we'll try to see if it's something that they have in mind that we could assist them with, or something that we maybe could suggest if there is, an actual need. The one thing people need to remember that we are a medically based program. So we're not here to serve children with educational needs, lighting, water, electricity, anything like that. We're all medical. I'd rather them contact me so we can kind of talk about their specific child and what their needs are, and maybe see where we're the best match for them, if we are.
In 1982, it was East Cooper Magazine. Now it's Mount Pleasant Magazine. Mount Pleasant Magazine is about the people, places, and events that make Mount Pleasant a great place to live, work, and raise a family. Your community, your magazine. Mount Pleasant Magazine.
You're listening to the Mount Pleasant Podcast.
Sonya Beale from the Carolina Children's Charity, our guest today here in the Mount Pleasant Podcast, where we're able to go a little deeper than just on the pages of Mount Pleasant Magazine. And we're talking about this wonderful nonprofit organization that's been making a difference in the Low Country for a long time. I'm Brian Cleary, and Sonya, obviously, as a nonprofit, you're looking for ways to raise money, and you've got an event that'll be held in Mount Pleasant coming up at the end of September, the annual Care, Give, Run event. What can you tell me about that?
Our Care Give Run is on Saturday, September 27th at Palmetto Island County Park. It is our 22nd annual. It's presented by our main sponsor, Vertical Bridge. It's a fun family event. You've been there with us. Not only is it a run and a walk, but we have very traditional and non-traditional things at the race. After you run or walk, you can enjoy live music. We have food from Kickin' Chicken. We have hot dogs. We have snow cones, popcorn, jump castles, all kinds of vendors, a scavenger hunt. You name it, we have it. And along with all the normal like water, fruit, and things that your runners would want as well. We'll have Service Master there with their ice cream truck. So it's just a fun day to kind of come out, support a cause, meet some of our families, and just enjoy. And it's not a long period of time. It's about 3 hours out of your day, and you could really make a difference in the life of a low country child.
One of the things I really love about your event, one, if you're a serious runner, Palmetto Islands County Park, you've got a great course and you can go out and do it. But if you're not a runner, this is a great place to bring your kids, just have a lot of fun. Like you said, there's live music. And you also have a lot of the organizations who end up kind of helping the families there. So you're going to get a lot of information as well.
Absolutely. It's such a fun event. If you don't want to run the 5K, you can walk it if you're a fast walker. And if you just want a casual walk that's not timed, it's a 2-mile fun walk. You can walk, you can turn around when you want to, and just come out and enjoy all the activities. We will have a lot of our sponsors out. A lot of our sponsors, as you mentioned, are our vendors. They're supporters that are very well connected with our families and with our cause. We have a lot of sponsors that have been with us for the whole 22 years that we've been around and beyond, with other events like the telethon and that sort of thing, and our boot drive. It's a great day. It's fun. And this year, again, we have the 80s theme. So if you show up, I'll be in a tutu and some neon. And you don't have to do that, but it's fun. Last year, a lot of people didn't know. So this year, we're expecting quite a few more people dressed up in their neon outfits.
Right there, more than worth the price of admission, which of course is free. I mean, you've got to register for the run and stuff, but Sonya in the tutu. Now, Sonya, you mentioned the fact that you've got a lot of sponsors, and I know sometimes you're reluctant to do that because there's so many, you don't want to miss one. But can you mention the names of some of the local businesses that have been really important supporters of the Carolina Children's Charity?
There are so many. I was counting them yesterday. I think there's over 70 sponsors, but some of our top sponsors are Jimmy Dunn with State Farm, Billy Swells with State Farm, Floyd Brace Company, Banks Construction, Coastal Therapy Services, McDonald's, Kickin' Chicken, Service Master. The list is so long. And if people will come to the event, I will give the appropriate acknowledgement to every single sponsor. We have Limehouse Produce, you name it. We have a ton of loyal sponsors. And one of the things that we recognize at the event is every single one of them. They'll be on the back of our t-shirt. We have our sponsor banners. We are appreciative of our monetary and our in-kind sponsors. And we would not be the charity that we are without each of them, their loyalty, their generosity. So if somebody is listening, and I did not mention your name, as Brian said, you mean a lot to us, and we couldn't do it without you. So we will give you the appropriate acknowledgement.
More than 4,300 families served over the years. We're talking about so much money that has been donated. And if you want to help out, here's the deal. Come out to this fun events, whether you're a runner or not. Sonya, if I want to get involved in the Caregive Run, what do I need to do to sign up?
They can visit our website, and there's an Eventbrite link on the tab that says Run Walk. They can also volunteer. If somebody's interested in volunteering, they can go to our website and they can reach out to me as well. Someone's willing to donate a prize or an in-kind donation, we welcome that as well. We provide lots of great prizes, medals, as you know, to our runners. We brought our medals back last year, so we will have those again this year. And just trying to do what we can do to ensure that everyone has fun. It's not that much. It's minimal. It's well worth what you will receive to participate, and the feeling that you will have when you leave for seeing some of the families and the children and how much we do make a difference in this community.
Let me take the volunteer part of what you said a step further. Let's say I just can't make it out that Saturday. Is there opportunities for me to help Carolina Children's Charity just by volunteering?
Sure. I mean, I encourage people to contact me. Sometimes we have behind the scenes things. We need things folded, or we need somebody to help me with some lifting at some point, somebody to help us at the park maybe the day before. So people can reach out and come out and help us at other times. We have fundraisers throughout the year. We have small projects. We are also a charity partner with the Cooper River Bridge Run, the Cajun Festival, lots and lots of community events. So we're always needing volunteers. So if they can't make it on the 27th, but they aren't interested in supporting us, then we just need to put them on our list, and I'll reach out when we have an opportunity.
It's an event coming up here in Mount Pleasant at Palmetto Island County Parks on Saturday, September 27th. It's the 22nd annual Care Give Run put on by the Carolina Children's Charity. I'm Brian Cleary. Today on the Mount Pleasant podcast, joined by Sonya Beale, the executive director of the charity. Hopefully you'll come out and be a part of this event. Sonya, some people may have their memories triggered when I mentioned the fact that used to be at low country intersections once a year, you'd see firemen out with boots collecting change. I think that's a memory that a lot of people have with the Carolina Children's Charity. You guys have a special relationship with fire departments all across the low country, don't you?
Yeah, firefighters are what we say are the heart of the charity. They are still involved for safety reasons. Things have changed, but we are still very connected with the local fire departments. We are so appreciative for all they've done for us over the years and what they continue to do. It may not be, like I said, as visible, but they are still supporting us. We work closely with them on an ongoing basis and connect as much as we can because we are so grateful. We would not be in existence without them over the years.
Earlier in the conversation, you said the word telethon. Other folks may recall being on Countdown 2 News, Rob Fowler, Carolyn Murray, all trying to raise money for the Carolina Children's Charity. News 2 is still a great partner with the charity, correct?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they're a wonderful partner. And Rob and Carolyn will both be out. Our News 2 promos should start running, so people will be able to see them talking about the charity. They are so connected with us, their entire team, and we are so blessed. But if they come out to the event and they want to see Carolyn or Rob, or hopefully you, they can come out and visit with them and talk with them and see how they're supporting us. They will be doing our announcements and helping with prizes and participating. One
of the things I love about Carolina Children's Charity, you guys are a lean, mean machine. There's no wasted money. If I have it right, you're still only one of 2 employees that the organization has?
That's correct. There's Shannon and I, and then we have our working board. We cannot do what we do without them and all of our loyal volunteers. But yes, we try to keep our costs down low so we can provide the majority of the money back to the kids. We are very, very lean, as you said. And we will continue to do that.
And that way we know the money that's being donated goes to where it needs to be, and that's families. Sonya, explain the term that as it relates to the Carolina Children's Charity. What is a diplomat?
A diplomat is a child who's received a grant from us. So once they are awarded funding, they become a Carolina Children's Charity diplomat. We do have a few families that are more ambassadors because they're more willing or open or available to go out and kind of publicly represent us, when we need those. But our diplomat families mean so much to us. We form a connection with them. We see the children throughout the years learn and grow. And I went to a concert over the summer for one of our vendors, and we saw many adults now that had aged out of the charity that I remember helping when they were much younger. So there is that connection. You have to be passionate about what you do in order to connect and form these relationships. And the families mean a lot, and I think we mean a lot to the families. So.
And I've experienced it myself with you. That has to be just an amazing feeling with these diplomats and their parents, their brothers, sisters. I've seen them interact with you. These people are so appreciative of what you do and then what the community does in giving to the Carolina Children's Charity. It's got to be a great feeling for you yourself.
It is. It's the most rewarding feeling. I get very tearful. I'm very passionate about the charity, and people know I've been doing this a really long time, actually since 2006, but I was on the board in around 2000. So that's a lot of time and energy and blood, sweat, equity, and all the things that, make us a wonderful organization. And I have such a passion for what I do. And the families, like I said, the families, our sponsors, our community really do mean a lot. And that's what makes my job what it is and so fulfilling.
And I know personally, you're somebody who puts in way more than 40 hours a week. You give yourself to your organization, your charity. And it's what we're talking about here today on the Mount Pleasant podcast. If it's happening in Mount Pleasant, you know about it from the pages of Mount Pleasant Magazine and here on the Mount Pleasant podcast coming up on Saturday, September 27th, an event you want to be a part of at Palmetto Island County Park. It's the 22nd annual Care Give Run with the Carolina Children's Charity. Sonya, you mentioned the fact that you've been with the organization now, the executive director, coming up on 20 years. Let's find a little bit else about yourself. Carolina or Clemson? Where do you sit in that?
I'll let you decide. Gamecock.
So if you have the choice, it's a Saturday in the Low Country. You can be the beach, on a boat, or home in the AC. Where am I going to find you?
The beach. Absolutely the beach.
You have a priority in terms of Sullivan's, IOP, Folly?
I live close to Folly. I'm a water girl. I grew up on Lake Murray. So if you don't find me at the beach, you might find me on a dock on the lake. Have my South Carolina roots. That's where it kind of ties in with my Columbia connection with the Gamecocks. My family says their blood runs orange and red. So if I'm not pulling the Gamecocks, I will pull for Clemson. I am both. I just will choose to be garnet versus orange if there's the game going on.
Well, we're looking for a good season from the Gamecocks. Don't want to put any pressure here, but it's looking like it'll happen after last year. So good tidings for you for this fall. But again, we're going to focus on September 27th. And again, we want to stress, Sonya, this is an event not just for runners, but your Care Give Run is really just an event for the entire family.
It is an event for the entire community. It is for our supporters, our sponsors, our families, our weekend warriors, our leisurely walkers. It's an event for anyone, really. It's something there that would, I think, appeal to anyone. So I think if people come out, they will see that. And we've been told, as you mentioned earlier, we have one of the better run walks in the Low Country as far as what we give and what we do on that event day. We just need it to grow. You know, if somebody has a friend and they participated before, if they haven't participated before, one or two people can make a huge difference because it does need to grow. And that's how we bring in our money. And the more money we bring, the more children we can help. I encourage people to give us a chance and experience our event. Like many others, they will come back each year to our Care Give Run. This is an opportunity for you to step up, help out an amazing Low Country nonprofit that's making a difference in the community. You can help them by being a part of the Care Give Run on Saturday, September 27th. It's a fun event, a good time, and it does make a difference here in the Low Country, all thanks to the Carolina Children's Charity. Sonya, thanks so much for your time today on the Mount Pleasant podcast. Thank you for having me. I'm so appreciative. Thank you. September 27th. Palmetto Island County Park, come out and support this event. Something else happening here in Mount Pleasant that helps the entire Low Country community. And remember, you heard about it here with me, Brian Cleary, on the Mount Pleasant podcast. Thanks for spending your time with the Mount Pleasant podcast. Your community, your podcast. Listen to past and future episodes at mountpleasantpodcast.com.